What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve. Thank you for joining us. For the returning subscribers, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome. Hope you enjoy the content. I'm not going to ask you to hit the like and subscribe like most YouTubers. I want to earn it. So consider that as you're watching this video. Today we are talking about a pretty cool Jordan that's flown under the radar for the last decade or so. It came out first in 2005, and I think it was a big deal when it came out. And there's been a bit of a resurgence the last year or so with this silhouette. It doesn't technically fall within the retro line of Jordan sneakers, but I think it is just as special. And the latest drop, which was a bit of a surprise drop on Nike that nobody really saw coming, or at least the timing of which we didn't see coming, was a shock to me in that, one, it came out at the time and day that it did, and two, it sold out quick. I mean, I couldn't believe how quickly this thing sold out. But then I got the sneaker in hand and I thought to myself, well, yeah, everybody must have known what I didn't, because these things look fantastic, especially in hand. These are the Jordan Dub Zero in the white cement colorway. And as you can see, there's a lot of premium materials going on here, and we are going to dive right in. Let's take a closer look. Alright guys, welcome back, and now that you've seen this sneaker up close, I'm sure you've recognized a couple things that tie this sneaker in with other Jordan shoes. And so basically, the quick history is that in 2005, these shoes dropped and they were created to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Jordan brand, 1985 to 2005, right? So they put this shoe together, and this was the first time that we had ever seen a release of a mashup type of sneaker. So we've seen other Jordans come since then that have taken elements from different retros and kind of pushed them together. This is the first one to do that, and in my opinion, it's still the best looking one by far. There's been a bunch of different colorways for men's and women's, but in my opinion, no colorway embodies the quality, the craftsmanship, and frankly the premium materials like this white cement colorway does. Basically everywhere you look, there is leather on this shoe. And as I rotate it here, comment down below and tell me how many different Jordan retros you see in this shoe. Now for reference, this shoe takes elements from the 3, 4, 5, and 6, the 11, 12, and 13, and of course the Jordan 20. And most immediately you can see the Jordan 20 inspiration. It's this laser etched stitched pattern going along the panels, which are essentially the Jordan 13 panels, and in hand it looks unbelievable. I mean, this is so good looking. This laser etched stitching technique, I kind of forgot about it because they haven't used it very much since the Jordan 20, but man, I would really like to see Jordan brand incorporate this in more models, even if they're not true Jordan lineage models. I just love the way this looks, and of course you can see all the different sneaker silhouettes within that pattern. And then of course you've got this patent leather, and I think we know what that is, right? That's Jordan 11 inspiration all over. And like I said, guys, with the exception of the heel spoiler and the tongue area here, this is just leather all over. Patent leather, a really nice supple white leather where the pattern is etched into it, and then you've got this woven leather going around the back of the heel here, kind of like Bottega Veneta-esque. I love the look of this woven leather. You see the patent leather carrying along back here behind the heel. Then you got these hard plastic pieces. This piece here holding up the heel counter. This is done in that cement gray. Then you've got the cement gray going along the entirety of the midsole. More inspiration down here, a little bit of Jordan 5. I'm gonna stop referencing all the Jordan 6. All right, now I'm going to stop referencing all the Jordan retros that this shoe is borrowing from, because I want you to tell me down below how many you actually see with your own eyes. And don't just say you saw all of them, just call out the ones that speak to you first. Don't be cheating now. Moving through the midsole here, you can see where the inspiration is clear there. You've got visible air units on both sides, the lateral and medial of the sneaker. And then of course the outsole is going to be very recognizable as well. There's just so much to look at and take in with this shoe. And really, I can't believe how cheap this shoe was. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not some like rich guy where I think, you know, 150 bucks is cheap. But consider for a moment that Jordan 1s, which are wonderful, but Jordan 1s with the same old technology, the lack of comfort, the sometimes pretty cheap leather and materials they use on those are now standard $170. And this shoe is leather everywhere and premium nice leather everywhere. This leather feels wonderful. The patent leather looks ridiculously good. And then you have this really cool etched leather with the stitching. I mean, this is something that, you know, designer brands will try to sell you as like a $1,200 sneaker over because of how intricate the craftsmanship is on this part of the shoe. I just see such a premium material shoe like this. I mean, the woven leather in the back. There are so many high-end things happening with this shoe, down to the triple stitching around these panels, that I can't believe that they were selling this for $150. I mean, this was $159 for me, out the door, free shipping. I mean, that's just crazy for a sneaker that looks this good, that is done with materials this nicely. It really calls into question some of the Nike sneakers that are more expensive than this one. I can't imagine this was just a gift from Nike. They were like, you know, let's just give it to them for cheaper. Something is off here, because this shoe looks way too good and is put together way too nicely for me to then look at other sneakers that cost, you know, considerably more than it, and there's just a disconnect there for me. So if you are into the silhouette, you think the shoe looks good, and you care about the quality build and materials that are used for your sneakers, you're gonna love these shoes in hand. I think for $150, when you compare these to like the KD13s that are also 150, 160 for the hype colorway, this is a steal compared to that. Now, as far as availability for this shoe goes, I'm not sure where you can still get it. It's sold out, at least in this colorway, on Nike's website right now. There is a really nice red colorway and another white and red colorway, but this white cement colorway is not even on the website anymore. It is unavailable, and I'm not sure which boutiques might have it. As far as StockX goes, I don't usually use GOAT, I use StockX, but I couldn't even find my size. There's no one even selling my size on StockX right now. There's a couple pairs up there for like $300 something. So there's not really an established market for these sneakers quite yet. I'm not sure how big this drop was. It might have just been a smaller drop, but because there isn't as much demand for this silhouette as other Jordan sneakers, the prices aren't skyrocketing. I'm not sure where you can still find this sneaker and what that is going to run you, but I will say that it is more or less a $200 to $220 sneaker that was retailing at $150. Call me crazy, but that's just how it feels in hand. It feels like a much more expensive sneaker. Like I have the Jordan 6 DMPs coming in the mail, and I can tell you right off the bat, those are not going to feel as nicely built as these. If they are, I will admit it and I will change my mind and you guys will hear it, but I can tell you already, these are much higher quality materials and better built than those DMPs. They're better than the infrared 6s that came out a while ago, last year. So I don't know. You tell me, guys, what you think about this sneaker silhouette down in the comments below. And that does it for me on this video of the Jordan Dub Zeros in the white cement colorway. I was just blown away by this sneaker when I got it in hand. I think it deserves a little bit more recognition than it is getting. And if you have a pair and you agree, drop a comment below. If you don't agree, let me know as well, guys. I read all the comments. I want to talk sneakers with you guys down there. And please consider hitting the like and subscribe if this is your first time, or if you've been watching and you haven't subscribed yet. I mean, come on, man. Get in here. Join the family. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get this from one of the most underrated sneaker channels, and based off of your comments, I'm not trying to be cocky, that's what you guys have been saying, to, you know, one of the bigger sneaker channels out there. I mean, it would be a joy for me to do this full time for you guys and bring you guys my honest thoughts and impressions and, you know, all the technical breakdowns and get more involved and create better content for you guys. So let me know what I can do for you. I appreciate all your support. I appreciate your love. Tell a friend to subscribe and watch the channel, and that's it. I hope you guys have a good day, good evening, good night, whenever you are watching this, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.